What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you had a great day today. Um, Getting into this episode of GH, I am super disappointed that Elizabeth and Franco tore up those checks. I mean, after all the trouble they went through to get this plan going, and their plan worked. Like, it worked to perfection. And all this stuff that Scott did, of course Scott was going to want his cut. I mean, he even betrayed Ava to do this. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he really honestly didn't care about that. Nor can I blame him. But, damn, that was a good plan and it worked. But, I mean, I can understand why they tore up the check, because Liz didn't want the money that way. Because, I mean, here's the thing about Elizabeth that I do respect. Liz is a worker. Liz has worked all her life to provide for her children. She's never really come up with a scheme to get a guy for no money like some other women have done. She's always worked and provided for her children. I can respect that. I respect the hell out of that. And this was her chance to get some easy money. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't want it that way. I can respect that. I really can. See, that's growth with Elizabeth. I can tell you that right now. That's some growth. Because Elizabeth has pulled her fair share of shenanigans over the years to get what she wanted. But she did those things in terms of getting a man. You know what I'm saying? So I guess she learned her lesson. And she didn't want her ill-gotten money that way. So I could totally respect it. Franco, he was quick to want that money in the beginning because shit, that, helped them pay their bills. But, he understood where Liz was coming from and they tore up them checks. I know Scott was mad as all hell. But it is what it is. You don't want your money that way. Good fortune comes to those who work hard and, do what they got to do and they get it the right way. So I could totally respect that. They didn't want blackmail money, and plus she was worried about the repercussions and stuff just in case Nicholas and Ava found out it was them. So I could respect that, her not wanting a check like that. I totally get it. Because Nicholas, basically, he went to Alexis. Poor Alexis. Alexis was just sitting back knocking that vodka back. She was just guzzling. I'm like, damn, Alexis, get off the booze. So Nicholas went to her to see if she had any leverage on Scott that he could use, just in case Scott comes back wanting more money, because he warned him, like, don't come back to me for no more money. So, he want to have something in his back pocket just so he could neutralize Scott if he had to, because, Scott is a worm like that. He would definitely come back and try to squeeze some more money out you. He liked that. It was just super hard, though, to see Alexis like that. Like, I hate seeing her just be a lush. Like, I hate it, yo. Because I adore Alexis. But Nicholas finally admitted what I already knew. He's in love with Ava. Like, he's falling for Ava. Because he admitted to Alexis that he didn't really want a divorce. He's starting to fall for her. Ava's trying to figure out a way to save Julian's sorry ass. I honestly don't know why. Let the chips fall where they may with him. How many times are you going to keep saving him and he's going to keep doing something dumb? Like, please. So she basically told Julian her plan is to go to Nicholas and try to create a fake divorce. See if he'll go along with a fake divorce. So that way she could get the letter from Ryan. But Julian didn't think Nicholas was going to go for that because why would Nicholas do Julian any favors? But Ava felt like she had a trump card. Because I think deep down Ava knows that Nicholas is falling for her and she's falling for him. And she admitted to Julian that they slept together. So maybe he'll feel some type of obligation to do it. Maybe she could guilt him into doing it. I don't know if that'll work. Maybe. But when Liz and Franco tore up that check and threw the pieces on the floor, Ava found a piece of that check with Nicholas's signature on it. So who knows what she's going to do with that new piece of information. That might be some new blackmail information for her. Some new leverage. Who knows? You never know with Ava. So anyway, we get to this teen scene. Cameron done cut his hand, so he had to go to the hospital. And he admitted to Franco that he kissed Jocelyn, but he has feelings for Trina. So he's stuck between a rock and a hard place at this point. And I feel bad for Cameron because that's a tough spot to be in the middle of two friends, you know, that you care deeply for. And, you know, you don't want to ruin that bond, that friendship that you all have, you know. So I could totally understand that dilemma. Me personally, I prefer him with Trina. I really do. I feel like him and Trina have a deeper connection than him and Jocelyn. I mean, don't get me wrong. Him and Jocelyn look cute together. They do. They look cute. But there's no spark. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like there's no spark. I just see friendship when I see them. I don't see no spark. I don't see no depth. I don't see none of that. There's no deep connection. Like, him and Trina have a lot more in common, you know. They both have parents that work in the medical field. You know what I mean? Like, they just get each other. You know what I mean? Like, they have real conversations. They have real talk. And I love that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like him and Jocelyn are cool, but I think they should just stay cool. That's just how I feel. So Dev is playing games. Dev is being a snake at this point. He is doing whatever he can to maneuver Cameron out so he can slide in and get with Jocelyn. He's manipulating the situation to get what he wants. He basically wanted to spend time with Jocelyn, but when she suggested that they call Cameron and Trina, Dev tried to make it seem like Cam and Trina would rather be with each other. So Jocelyn got mad, stormed off. Carly was wondering what the hell was going on with her, and, you know, Jocelyn was explaining the situation, and Carly told her, basically, trust your instincts, trust your feelings, and, you know, trust your feelings for your friends. I think it's jacked up that Dev is doing this, because remember, a few months ago when Jocelyn made a move on him, he rejected her. Now that she's moving on, now you want her, and now you're pulling all these shenanigans to get with her. Come on now, that screams thirst. The thirst is real. Like, go sit down. You had your chance. You lost. Get over it. So now Dev found Cameron at the hospital and showed him a part in Jocelyn's journal where she allegedly wrote that she didn't like the kiss between her and Cameron and she felt like it was clumsy. So Cameron got mad and left. And of course, Dev wrote that journal entry in there and purposely showed that to Cameron to get Cameron to back off of Jocelyn. Dev is a little bastard. Like, he is pulling all these little shenanigans. A hot mess. All of this to get a woman, I guess. So anyway, Carly was telling Jason that a freaking Pennsylvania detective want to talk to her because if you remember, they found Nell's body on the Pennsylvania River. So that falls into their jurisdiction. Now a Pennsylvania detective wants to interrogate Carly. They want to talk to Carly about Nell. So Carly's still feeling guilty about Nell's fault. I mean, I don't understand why she's still feeling guilty about it. Ain't like you tried to kill the bitch on purpose. And I agree with Jason. I mean, as sad as it is, I mean, it's good that she's gone. Because if not, she would have just continuously kept coming after y'all. So, bon voyage. I mean, I would throw a party. Jason pretty much told her, stick to your original story. Whatever you told Chase and whatever you told Valerie, stick to your story when you talk to the Pennsylvania detective. Because right now, this ain't looking good for Carly. Because Valerie done talked to you, Chase done talked to you. Now you got a Pennsylvania detective talking to you. This ain't looking good. Where is Diane? Like, call Diane and bring her up to speed on this, please. So anyway, Sonny and Jason are happy because it seems like their plan to infiltrate Cyrus's organization is working because now he wants Brando to work for him. Now Jason's just worried about Cyrus trying to buy Julian's pub, but Sonny told him, he was like, nah, I got that. He said, I'll handle Julian. Don't worry about that. So Sonny went by the pub and he basically told Julian he wanted Julian to start selling his Corinthos coffee brand again. So his name will be associated with the pub. So that way Cyrus won't try to buy it, because that'll kind of break the truce between them if you come after one of Sonny's, businesses. Well, not his business, but, something that he's affiliated with. So Julian basically told Sonny that he turned down Cyrus's business proposal to buy the pub and stuff. And he's also turning down Sonny's offer to sell Corinthos Coffee in his pub. But what Julian don't understand is when Sonny told you that you're going to be selling Corinthos Coffee again, that wasn't a request. He wasn't offering. He wasn't asking you to do it. He's telling you to do it. Like, he's telling you what you're going to do. And basically, Sonny put him on notice. Sonny was like, I'm only being nice to you for Ava's sake at this point. Because right now, him and Ava are in a good place. And if it wasn't for that, he would have been got rid of Julian. And he basically warned Julian, like, don't push your luck with me. Because Sonny basically tell him that there will come a time where Sonny doesn't want to put up with Julian anymore. So he's basically letting him know, like, you're on borrowed time right now. Like, you keep testing me and not doing what the hell I tell you to do, we gonna have a problem. You gonna end up in the river somewhere along with Nell. Like, don't play with me. Like, Sonny's just putting his ass on notice. Like, keep it up. I love when Sonny walk around like the little Munchkin King threatening folks. That shit be funny. I be like, y'all really take Sonny seriously? Okay. That should be funny. So anyway, Brooklyn shows up to the mansion. Monica basically called her there to mend fences with Ned and the family and get everybody back together so that way they don't got to deal with Tracy, because Tracy already warned them, don't make me come back to Port Charles and, handle business, because if I have to, it ain't going to be pretty. So basically, Ned pretty much admitted that he overreacted. But he felt like Brooklyn should own up to her part in this, because she should have warned him about Valentine's takeover plan, which she should have. Because I do agree. I mean, loyalty is everything. And her first loyalty is to the family. I don't give a damn what Valentine offered you. So what? Your loyalty is to your family, not your career. So basically, Ned admitted that he was wrong for kicking her out. Of course you were wrong for kicking her out. It's not your house. Let's just put that out there. But Monica feels like Ned is basically turning into Edward. Like, his characteristics are definitely Edward. I mean, Ned is short for Edward, because they called him Edward. Like, his name is technically Edward, but they call him Ned for short. So I'm not surprised. But Brooklyn continues to be a spoiled child. It's like, grow up. You are grown. Grow up. And what Ned said to her was so true. Brooklyn continues, she's going to continue to make the same mistakes if she's not careful. So, of course, Brooklyn got mad at that and stormed the hell out. I'm like, why are you getting mad? It's like, why are you getting angry by that? Because all he's trying to do is get you to be a responsible adult. She already feels like the black sheep of the family because she feels like she doesn't measure up to Michael and Dylan. It's like, you don't need to measure up to them. All Ned is trying to do is get her to grow up. Stop with these immature reactions to everything. Stop huffing and puffing and storming out like a brat. You are how old? And the way she storms out of a room and storms out of a room, it's like he's dealing with a 14-year-old. Instead of how old is she supposed to be? 30, 20 something? Like, grow the hell up. Stop being a child. You are a grown-ass woman. Damn. And Monica sitting there chastising Ned. I don't understand why Monica's so angry at Ned. It's like, he's disciplining his daughter, and he shouldn't have to, because no grown-ass person needs to be disciplined by their parent. You're grown. And you still got to be disciplined. I'm just saying. Grow up. Stop being a child. Your childhood days are long past you. Stop that. And he just feels like Brooklyn is on a destructive path. Like, if she continues on the path that she's on, she's going to keep finding herself in these situations and keep finding herself digging a deeper hole for herself. And the Quartermains, especially Ned, is not going to keep trying to get her out of it. That's all he keeps trying to tell her. And it's just like she doesn't get it. it's like it's going in one ear and out the other. Like, understand what your dad is trying to say. He's trying to turn you into a responsible adult. He's not trying to make you into something he wants you to be. He just wants you to be responsible. Be an adult. Stop with the craziness. I mean, but it does ring hollow in a way because Ned is showing his hypocritical side. Because you want her to stop making these little mistakes, but he's harboring a secret about the mistake he made. And he admitted that mistake to Monica when Monica was, talking to him about his marriage to Olivia. Because I do feel like Olivia is good for Ned. She's checks and balances for him. When he wants to go off and do whatever, she puts things into perspective for him. So I do feel like Olivia is a good person for him. A good match. But he done screwed that up. So he basically admitted to Monica that he slept with Olivia. And the sad part about it, Brooklyn fucking overheard it. Brooklyn overheard his admission of guilt. That's the last person you wanted to hear that. Because Brooklyn, when she gets mad at Ned, she uses whatever leverage she can against him. Look at what she did last time when she was mad at him. Olivia sent him a voicemail. She erased it. So who knows what she gonna do with this damn secret. I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna be nothing pretty. I'm sure it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. Hopefully Brooklyn don't blow the whistle on this secret. I would hope not. But you never know with her crazy ass. So anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Hope you all have a good night. Peace.